Millions of years ago, there was a war going on between the gods. The one who created super Dragon Balls as a way for mortals and lesser gods to use his power for whatever they want. The dragon god Zalama. And other gods. The dragon god Zalama had reached to the decision of destroying everything and making the world much better. But the other gods were against it, as it meant that killing every being and erasing everything from existence that even they would have trouble to rebuild, caused a war between the gods that supported Zalama and the gods that were against this decision. In the battle, all the gods supporting Zalama were defeated and died, while Zalama alone was holding on against rest of the gods, not showing a bit of fear or fatigue, handling and winning against all of them alone. But suddenly, when Zalama lunged forward at the destruction god, the god of creation came behind him and locked him in place, yelling to his allied gods that they had one chance to seal him. The Omni God and Angel God made hand signs and combined their power, then directed all that energy at the Demon God. Demon God, using all of that power, started to use his technique, and the energy that was getting supplied to him started to wrap around Zalama and God of creation. Destruction God, using his technique, made the enormous energy take form of purple chains in the next few moments. Destruction God yelled, "Now!" And the God of darkness appeared right behind Zalama and God of creating. The God of darkness, using his powers, went into the shadows, taking the God of creation with him. And others, seeing that the God of creation was out, finished the technique and sealed Zalama right there. Zalama turned into stone and was bound by chains made of energy. All the gods fell on the ground exhausted. But God of creation, with a worried look on his face, said, "Due to the war, the reality is falling apart. If nothing is done, everything we know will cease to exist. Even we won't be able to do anything after that." The God of time and space asked what needs to be done. God of creation replied, "The parts of reality that were still intact needs to be separated from the parts that have started to disintegrate. And there's only one way to do it. God of time and space, we both need to sacrifice our life for that." The God of time and space was stunned at what he heard, but still said, "Well, if that's what's needed, fine. Just tell me what needs to be done." Other gods stood up and said, "Looks like the work isn't over yet. Let's finish what was started." The God of creation explained that all the remaining parts of reality needs to be separated and be reformed as new separate dimensions. Only beings like us can easily travel through dimensions. This is something we were working on. Our reality, the only one to exist, needs to be divided, and the parts that are disintegrating needs to be destroyed at the same time. Omni God and Angels God said that there is also need for individuals that will watch over those dimensions, so they will split their power into weaker and new versions of themselves. And the Saiyan God is the only one among us who has most of his divine power left. So he will have to take care that mortals don't die in this division. They all agreed and the plan started. The time and space God gave up all his leftover energy and his life to create many different dimensions. The creation God was almost depleted of all his powers to help form this division, and at the end gave up his life to form few individuals that were weaker versions of him and could create things and were named as Kais. The destruction God destroyed the corrupted reality, and to maintain the balance of creation and destruction within the new dimensions gave up his life and distributed his energy to make first generation of God of destructions. While the Omni God gave up his life to create Omni Kings, and Angel God gave up his life to create all the angels. While the Saiyan God made sure that the mortals were safe during this division. While the last bit of work was going on, the God of demons, darkness, and Saiyans saw that a large amount of Zalama energy was getting concentrated and was about to go wild. The darkness God started to use his remaining strength and started to control the enormous energy. The demon God, using his powers, made one of the dimensions of demons. This dimension was connected to all the others, and gave up life by forming seals in every dimension, which were then connected to Zalama's seal to make sure that Zalama doesn't get released. The god of darkness and Saiyan used their powers to seal away the enormous energy in one of the dimensions. While sealing, the energy god of darkness gave up most of his life force, finishing the sealing. Now only the Saiyan god was left, feeling that he didn't have much time, and knowing that Zalama will come back one day. He separated his life energy and scattered it across all the different dimensions. At every 1,000 years, mortals with infinite potentials will be born in these dimensions. So if Zalama ever get released, they will become the last hope for the survival of these dimensions, and defeat Zalama one day. Seeing everything was the fallen god of darkness. All the true gods died, and now his life was also nearing his end. The god decided that he will transform his being into the form of a soul. And when the time comes, he will guide those individuals with infinite potential towards the path of power, so they can defeat Zalama, and went into deep slumber. But before dying, the gods separated the true Dragon Balls into many forms and distributed it into the different dimensions. So, when needed, they could be used for the betterment of the worlds, thus ending the era of true gods, and starting the verse of Dragon Ball, forwarding millions of years, and it was the time of Goku and Broly birth. 90% of Saiyan God life force was now transferred to Broly, while the 10% went to Goku. But Zalama energy that was sealed away started to get out of control. Zeno and Grand Priest started to use all their power to keep it in control. But it was no use. Grand Priest asked, "What should we do now, my lord? At this rate, our dimension will be destroyed completely," Zeno said. "Daishinkan, it's time for the mortal with immense potential to be born. Search who it is." Daishinkan asked why. But Zeno yelled, "Just do it." Daishinkan replied, "All right, my lord." And within next few moments, they got to know that Broly was the one to be born with infinite potential. But for some reason, his spirit was not as strong. "It will take years for it to develop," Zeno said. "We don't have years." "Then, my lord, they're another individual," Zeno was shockingly said. "Another individual?" "Yes. He also inherited the Saiyan god's life force. It's way less compared to what the other one did, but it's still there, dormant within him. After this individual reached a certain power level, he will unlock it. So even he isn't capable of sealing this power within himself. Daishinkan actually, you will be shocked. His soul is at the level of our predecessor, at the level of true God's soul. But his body is too weak," Zeno said. "If it's like that, then perfect. The power of soul is what's needed. We need to transfer this power within him before he's born." Both Zeno and Grand Priest combined all their power and compressed the sealed energy and made it as small as an energy blast, and teleported on planet Vegeta. Their Grand Priest, using his angelic techniques, infused the draconic energy into the yet-to-born Goku, and they both waited with nervousness, hoping that the energy is absorbed completely. But to their surprise, the life of Saiyan God that was within Goku merged with Zalama's energy and went dormant, sealing the disastrous energy along with itself, Zeno said. "This is rather unexpected. What we needed that the mortal would absorb the power completely, even if it meant that his powers and potential will be forever sealed just to keep that energy in check, and then when the mortal's life comes to an end, Zalama energy will disappear along with him. But not only did he absorb it completely, he even passes a chance to inherit it completely and make it his own. The future seems to be interesting for this mortal." Both Zeno and Grand Priest, satisfied with the outcome, returned to the Omni realm. After reaching there, Zeno said, "I have used way too much of my power. I need to go into deep slumber for the next few years. Daishinkan, keep an eye on the mortal while I'm gone. Make sure that he doesn't die." Daishinkan replied, "Yes, my lord. I'll even make sure that nothing happens to him." And after that, Zeno went into deep slumber, and Daishinkan watched over Goku. Time passed and Goku was sent to Earth and was adopted by Grandpa Gohan like in real story. And Goku defeated King Piccolo, then fought Junior Piccolo like in real story, and got married. Afterwards Gohan was born, And then it was time for Raditz' arrival. But this time, when Raditz tried to kidnap Gohan, and after getting badly injured, Goku's innate potential woke up momentarily and a dragon mark appeared on Goku's neck. Goku released a devastating ki wave which destroyed everything in its way, turning Raditz into nothingness, and then collapsed. Piccolo was shocked at what he just saw, but left the place. Krillin and everyone soon arrived there and saw Goku lying there unconscious and Gohan who was crying in the space pod. They took Gohan and Goku back and Goku woke up after 2 days of rest. Goku knew Vegeta will be coming, so he didn't have much time. He needed to get stronger. Goku went to Kami and Kami told him about King Kai and how he could teach Goku a lot of new things to help him become stronger. Goku, after learning about King Kai, started looking for a way to reach him. Grand Priest, seeing Goku trying to reach King Kai, decided to help him, and he contacted King Kai, told him not to tell others that he contacted him, and ordered him to help Goku become strong. King Kai understood what he needed to do, and with the help of Grand Priest, he teleported Goku to himself. Goku was shocked after suddenly getting teleported, but King Kai reassured him that he was safe and introduced himself and said that he saw how Goku was looking for a way to get to him. Goku, right after remembering his purpose, got serious and asked King Kai to train him. King Kai agreed, and he bounded tons of weight upon Goku's body, telling him to move around in it. The weights were on both of Goku's arms and legs, each of them being 50 kilos. Goku started to train in them. After 23 days, it became easier for Goku to move around in them. Goku's physical strength and speed both increased a lot, and the training continued. King Kai soon started to use the materials Grand Priest gave him for increasing the weights upon Goku's limbs, 8 months in, and the weights that were on Goku reached 200 kilos each. But with his Saiyan body and potential, Goku adapted to it quickly and learned Kaioken while doing so. Time passed and only 1 month was left for Vegeta's arrival. Goku requested King Kai to increase the weight from 300 to 500 kilos in one go. King Kai knew Goku won't be able to move but trusted him and did as Goku requested him to. Goku, who was high in the sky, fell to the ground and wasn't able to move at all, but used Kaioken and got up and started training. His body gave out after 20 minutes of training and was near death. King Kai healed him a bit and Goku got a Zenkai boost from his near-death situation. Goku continued like this for the last month, and now he was able to handle 700 kilos of weight on each of his limbs. Goku was still confused about how those 700 kilo heavy weight could be so small and can even be used as mere wrist wraps, but only got to know that those were made of very rare form of material. After last 2 days of training, only 3 days were left for Vegeta's arrival on Earth. Goku decided that it was time to leave, and while he was leaving, he asked King Kai if he could take those weights with them. King Kai agreed, and Goku got ready to leave. King Kai, using his telepathy, told Grand Priest, and Goku was teleported back to Earth. When Goku arrived back, he went directly to where his friends and family were. After seeing him, everyone was shocked, asked where he had been all this time. Goku explained them everything. They could also easily feel Goku's tremendous power now. After spending the day with them, Goku entered the time chamber for training his body the last time, and asked Kami to inform him as soon as the Saiyans enter the Earth. Goku, after going inside time chamber, started to train with those weights on and meditated, trying to make his control over Kaioken better. Soon the time arrived and Vegeta entered Earth along with Nappa. The Z fighters rushed to where they were and started fighting Nappa. Kami came inside time chamber to inform Goku of their arrival, but on entering he saw Goku using Kaioken times 10, realizing immense power. Goku, on seeing Kami, stopped his training and deactivated his Kaioken and asked if the Saiyans arrived. Kami, coming back to his senses, replied with yes and told him that others went to fight the Saiyan. Goku took the Senzu to recover the strain on his body due to Kaioken and rushed there. Krillin and others were getting beaten badly. Nappa launched an energy blast towards Gohan to kill him. But Goku appeared in front of Gohan and punched the blast away easily. Nappa was shocked as to how his energy blast could be thrown away so easily like it was nothing. Goku, with his insane speed, appeared right in front of Nappa and gave him an uppercut. He appeared behind him and kicked him, making him crash on the ground. Vegeta saw Goku power and was intrigued. Vegeta got up and said, "You seem powerful. No doubt Raditz died by your hands." Goku asked Vegeta if this fight was necessary. Vegeta replied, "Of course it is. Now why don't we get started?" But wait. Before that, Vegeta threw Nappa in the sky and fired an energy blast at him, killing Nappa instantly. Goku, seeing this, was furious at how someone could kill their own ally like this. Vegeta asked, "Ally? What do you mean?" He was just a slave to Sir the mighty Prince of Saiyans. If you are upset about it, why don't you prove that your ideals are right and mine are wrong by defeating me in a battle? Let's not waste more time and get started. Both rushed at each other, landing a punch on each other's face, taking on the other's attack straight forward. Both unfazed, Goku punched Vegeta in the guts. Vegeta puked out some spit because of pain, but kicked Goku in the guts. Both were sent flying away. Vegeta launched an energy blast at Goku, but Goku punched it away and fired his own energy blast. Vegeta punched the blast upward and rushed at Goku. Goku blocked the punch using his forearm and kicked Vegeta, but Vegeta dodged it. This continued for 10 minutes. Vegeta said, "You really are strong. But this won't be enough," Goku said. "That's what I thought about you too." Vegeta, while smirking, said, "Does that mean you are holding back as well? Then let's get the real battle started." And Vegeta dropped his armor. The armor fell and cracked the ground. Vegeta, after dropping the weight, said, "Now it's lighter. Don't disappoint me." Goku also took off all the weights he has been wearing, and as it fell, a large crater formed on the ground. Vegeta, seeing this, said, "This is going to be interesting." Both Goku and Vegeta screamed, letting their aura out, and rushed at insane speed, clashing punches and kicks. Goku kicked Vegeta on the chest. As Vegeta was sent flying, he launched an energy blast which hit Goku in the face. Both crashed onto the cliff, but got up and rushed. The fight continued for a while. Vegeta was getting frustrated. They weren't making any progress. Vegeta launched an energy blast in the sky and transformed into his great ape. His power jumped up tremendously. Vegeta, in his great ape form, said, "This is my full power. Let's see how you counter it." Goku let all his power out and punched Vegeta on the face. Vegeta, from just that attack, fell unconscious. Goku and everyone was dumbfounded at how easy it was. Goku went and sliced off Vegeta's tail. Vegeta detransformed and woke up beaten. He was shocked at how easily he lost, and accepted his defeat, feeling that the ideals he believed might be wrong, and asked Goku for help. Goku agreed and decided that they should start training for Freiza. Goku and Vegeta both entered the time chamber and started training with each other for the next month, and then Goku, using instant transmission, teleported to Namek. After reaching there, Goku immediately noticed many energy signals disappearing, which meant that people were dying. Goku and Vegeta separated, and Goku started going around killing Freiza soldiers so save Namek people, while Vegeta went to search for Freiza. In a mere hour, Goku killed most of Freiza's soldiers, which the elite soldiers noticed and reached to where Goku was.